Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today, Ricky and Scott join me. So fun to hang out with my buddies as we talk about some of the hidden gems over at Disney Springs that don't get talked about often these days. From poutine to an influencer store to small, awesome cakes to even the ganachery with chocolates you don't think about in teas. We're all over the place and giving you some ideas for your next trip over to Disney Springs. If you decide to head over there this holiday season, be careful, gets busy, but we got you something to think about on your next trip over to the Springs on today's show. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys, you're the all-stars that keep us on the air, so thank you so much for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this weekend. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2801 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for a great weekend as we get ready to move into Thanksgiving week here in the States. Not a lot of work's going to be getting done this next week, so I don't know. I guess kick it off right now. Let's have some fun. We're going to talk a little Disney Springs today. Now, we want to warn you that this show is a much better experience virtually than in person this time of year. We're going to put a warning on this show because all of us have experienced Disney Springs during the holidays. So if you do decide to venture into Disney Springs at any point after listening to this show right now, through the end of 2025, it's all on you. We did not tell you to do this. This is for your own consumption and enjoyment and all that. And a lot of us virtually can't get down there. But if you do have to go there, if you actually want to go there, subject your family to go there. We're going to give you some tips, some of the best of Disney Springs. But man, when you get caught up in the wave of humanity over on the west side, just remember that you love the Be Our Guest podcast, and we are just trying to help you. So the warning is out of the way, and we're going to have a good Friday here. Not Good Friday. It's almost Black Friday. But Scotty G's joining us. He's having a good Friday because he's leaving for a cruise today. Scotty G must-see adventures up in Michigan, but soon to be Port Canaveral, Walt Disney World today. Scotty G, happy Friday. It's cruise time. What's up?
Happy Friday. It's a great Friday indeed. I love travel day is actually like my favorite day of vacation
because because
it's like endless possibilities in front of you, especially like because we expanded this trip. I'm sure if you guys have been listening, you kind of know, or if you're on the Discord. So we added like 3 nights, worried about the government shutdown. Looks like FAA said like, let's get all those flights back in motion again. So probably wouldn't have been a problem, but you know what? I got 3 extra days of vacation now, baby. Let's go.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's a good excuse.
So excited for that. You're talking about Black Friday here. I have a question for both of you because there is another guest that I know Mike's going to introduce here soon. So I bought this funny accessory for Thanksgiving. I won't say what it is. I'm sure it'll be a funny photo. If you're on the Discord, you might have an idea what this weird accessory is that I bought for Thanksgiving Day. And I sent a photo in our group chat with Emily and Elizabeth. And like Emily kind of laughed. And then I was like, we're going to be on Lookout Key on, Thanksgiving Day. Maybe I can wear this accessory at the beach. And she asked the question, maybe they'll have some barbecue turkey on the island. And I was like, I wonder if they would do that. And I'm curious what you guys think. Would they switch up the menu on the island to have some turkey as well?
Absolutely. I think they will. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ricky,
I think they would too.
Let me get Ricky. Ricky's here from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com, the Mouse for Less. Ricky, yay or nay? I say yes. There's definitely going to be turkey on lookout.
I I think it's a possibility. I mean, it's not a foregone conclusion, but I think
Right.
there's definitely a possibility that they might have it. I'm going to assume they'll probably have some sort of
Let's
Thanksgiving
play odds
dinner.
makers. Let's play mini
Yeah,
odds
odds
makers
makers.
episode. I'm putting the odds
Oh.
on turkey on Lookout Key at 97%.
Ooh.
Where are
I
you
don't know
laying
I'd
your
go that
odds?
high.
Where are you laying your
No.
odds?
97?
Yes, dude,
I don't
it's
thi- I
Thanksgiving.
don't
I mean, they're gonna have it on the ship. Just drag it over. They're gonna have it.
I'm
for
not
real.
going that high.
Oh, they're
I
gonna
would
have
say
turkey.
like
They gotta have turkey. If they don't, it's a shame. There's no way they're
I
not
would
gonna
say
have turkey.
70% at
No.
Lookout Key. I think it's 100%, as Dennis was saying, on the ship that night.
Oh, yeah, they do
for
Thanksgiving dinner. at
Yeah,
night,
yeah. That's
No,
but
they're gonna
I
have
agree with
turkey on the
Dennis. Your
island.
odds are too high. I
No,
think
there's
it's
gonna be
maybe like
turkey on that island. There's gotta be.
70% at Lookout Key, because I'm not convinced that they will put turkey at they have a pretty solid menu of
turkey legs.
items at Lookout, so I don't think they're gonna do it. So
I'm
Turkey.
going
maybe
80%. I
maybe
think
a turkey dog, maybe a turkey hot dog.
No,
Look
no,
at
no,
that.
that doesn't count. Like at
but
least
you
a
could
turkey
totally do
leg.
some like barbecue, like smoked
Yes.
turkey
You
kind of
could.
thing
Yes.
on the island.
Yes, yes.
I
mean,
just
it's
don't think they're gonna do it.
Thanksgiving.
No.
97%.
It'd be a really big miss if they don't.
yes,
because,
it
like,
will.
Because I think most people in the States here like have 2 turkey dinners.
That's
'Cause, like,
exactly
sometimes-
it, dude. I need
'cause
turkey
sometimes
to snack
I
on
go to
before
my
dinner.
parents,
Yes,
like I go to my dad and brothers, and then I go to my in-laws. I have 2 turkey dinners, so I see dinner 1 is at Lookout.
yes.
I'm gonna have
that's-
turkey.
yeah,
I'm gonna get back on the
Scott's-
ship and have dinner later that night.
This is why we're brothers. You can't just have one turkey dinner. Like I would have to have some turkey, like for lunch there, and like go sit on the beach and like start digesting that, then do a little swimming, and then have
going
turkey
in the
dinner back
ocean
on
after
ship.
having some turkey. is
Dude,
probably
that
not
turkey
the most
fan.
ideal thing.
Those lifeguards better be getting hazard pay that day. If there's turkey, I mean that sounds that's hazard pay for real.
I can't wait to report back on that there's turkey.
I didn't
on
think
the
about
island.
that. Yeah, there's got it. Yeah, and I know what you guys were playing with the other day because I saw the picture. So I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything, but yeah, there's got to be turkey, dude. Now I'm so intrigued. Oh my gosh, like I can't wait either. Like you got
And
to
the
tell
Christmas
me.
tree, is it real or fake? I think we're all starting to
It's
lean
got to
towards
be
that. It's probably
fake,
an
dude.
artificial
It's got to
tree,
be
but
fake.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yes. So yeah, dude, there's got to be turkey at Lookout. I didn't think about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Ricky's here. I've already introduced her, so we did a little odds makers. Ricky, what do you have going on here the weekend before the Thanksgiving holiday kicks off? Like tree up, we putting the lights up. What are you doing?
So, since we travel a lot during the holiday season, normally I'm a turkey before tree person. However, like I said, we are doing so much traveling during the holiday season, we won't be home necessarily for the actual holidays. So, we'll probably put up the tree this weekend. And I think it'll kind of depend on how Brian and I feel, because it's a lot of work to put up the tree, to put up all the decorations and stuff like that. So it's not an easy task. So I'm not 100% sure. It will definitely depend on how we feel over the weekend, and we'll go from there. But there's a good possibility we'll probably put up the tree this weekend.
You guys
Yeah,
coming to
good possibility.
Jefferson City for Thanksgiving or no?
No, we're headed down to Orlando for Thanksgiving, and then we're headed back down for Christmas. So we'll be in Orlando for both. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be a really good time. We're looking forward
Nice.
to it. So, yeah. And just a reminder, if you want to participate in the Christmas card exchange, if you want to participate in the ornament exchange, you have until December 1st to sign up. So Florence is doing the holiday cards, Michelle is doing the ornament exchange, and all the information is going to be on our social media. So that's where you're going to find it. And they have it set up. It's a very simple process. They've been doing it year after year after year. So it's pretty simple and easy. They're pretty quick about getting things turned around too. So it's a really fun thing. It's our family thing.
It's
You know,
over
it's the thing we've been doing
15-year
since we started the
tradition.
podcast.
It's so
Yeah.
cool. We've been doing it forever. I mean, seriously, get in on it. It's so fun. Like you get that. It's just like a little Disney magic there in the mail. It's so fun.
Yep.
And thank you
That's
to
great.
Michelle and Florence for doing this forever. It's awesome.
Yes,
It's so cool.
yes, for sure.
Okay, real quick, because I saw the banner going at the bottom. I feel bad. Josh came in on Facebook and they had the listener question banner going. So I'm gonna give one bonus listener
Ooh, I
question.
like a
at the top of the
carryover
show.
listener question.
Let's do that. What are y'all's opinion on a 5-night on the Destiny versus a 7-night on the Treasure? And I would say, I always say longer is better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to do the Destiny, but man, the Treasure is a great ship. Scott thinks he'll like the Destiny better than the Treasure. You're doing the Treasure this summer. I love the Treasure. The 7 nights can always be better than 5 nights. It gets back to finances too. Obviously, the 5-nighter is going to be a lot more affordable than the 7-nighter. But I mean, if you can swing it, the 7-night and the Treasure is going to be your best bet, in my opinion. But I haven't been on the Destiny yet. Maybe the Destiny will blow me away and I'll change my mind. But I think to me, I think after I've been on the Wish, the Destiny, and the Treasure, I still think the Treasure will be my favorite ship.
I agree.
Out of that class.
I haven't been on the Treasure or obviously the Destiny, but I think that the Treasure would be my favorite out of those 3 as well, just based off the themes. I mean, the Destiny looks beautiful, but I agree. 7 nights always beats a 5-night.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
however,
and the
price wise, yes. I mean, that does play into it, of course. So that's why we are doing next year a 5-night cruise, because price wise, it just made way more sense to do a 5-night than a 7-night. So that's what we're going to do.
Oh, and Josh says that's what he was thinking because of the Mexican main dining. Yes, I'll tell you what, that Coco restaurant does rock. Now, that Pride Lands restaurant,
that looks
on the
amazing.
Destiny, I might be holding if I find a baby to hold up, like, and do the Simba thing, I might. I mean, who knows? Like during Circle of Life, I might just find a baby in a high chair and just like hold them up. I might get inspired. My kid's 17. She won't even be with me. I can't do it. But if Mallory was there, I'd try because she's a cheerleader. I'd make her fly. But I don't know, Scott. I mean, the thing is with the 5 nights though, and you're doing this one next week, is God, that 5-night where you do both islands, that is a sweet itinerary for a good price. Like if that's the only other thing. I don't know, Scott, what do you think?
It's a great itinerary, and I love sailing out of Fort Lauderdale. I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I'm excited to
Fort
try
Lauderdale, because like it takes away like the temptation kind of to like, oh, I had to go to there. I had to add on and go to Walt Disney World for a few nights. It's kind of, I mean, which is fun, right? But then it leads to a lot more expenses, a lot more PTO time. So it's kind of fun where you can just like be locked in 100% on the cruise and maybe like a fun night in Fort Lauderdale, because you always got to travel the night before. But if it wasn't if no cost was associated with it, like that wasn't a factor, 7 nights. I mean, that itinerary is really cool on the Treasure right now too. I've never actually sailed that itinerary, so for me, like brings a little more intrigue. Like St. Thomas and is it like St. Martin? Is that the other one?
Tortola, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. It just sounds so awesome to me. So yeah, I would go 7 nights all day.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with either, but yeah, if I had a bunch of others, 7 nights for sure. Because it's just like, like I said, he did a 3-night Wish, too short. Yeah.
Oh, it's way too short. Yeah. I can't do it. I've never done a 3-night because I can't.
I mean, it's better than doing a 0 night.
This is true. I mean, you are not wrong.
I did two 3-nighters this year, and that helped me get the platinum. I'm just saying, if you're trying to get status.
I gotta get my status. I know. I'm getting closer.
Okay, so let's get into the topic that we have. I just want to get that in there for Josh because he hopped in and we appreciate him so much. So we're going to talk Disney Springs. Some of the hidden gems maybe that we don't go to are the best of Disney Springs. I want to say like even some of the stuff that I'm intrigued by that I've never gone to. I'm going to lead this off by a place I've never been to. And it calls to me, and I can't believe I've never been here, but it's because it's the way I eat. Like I'm not a big snacker. I always go to like bigger meal places. Like we've talked about Polite Pig. We've talked about Splitsville. We've talked about Boathouse. We've talked about Deluxe Burger. I mean, there's so many good dining places, even Morimoto's. Like I've been there a couple times. It's really good for like fancy dining. One place I've never been, and I every time I go past it, I'm like, I want to go here, but I've just eaten. You know what it is? Like, what's a place like a snacky place? What do you think it is?
Eat.
Nope. I do want to go there though.
I want to go to Eat. Oh my god.
I do want to go there, but that's not the place I was thinking. It's the poutine place.
Oh, I've been to poutine.
Have you been to the poutine place? Okay,
yes.
so does it live up to the hype? I want to talk about that. Like, is it? I
did a very bizarre one.
Okay, so tell me about the poutine place, because you guys.
I did like an Italian poutine where it was like red sauce, like marinara sauce over the fries.
Interesting.
And Parmesan cheese and all this, and I thought it was incredible.
See, God, that's so good. I mean, I want to go there, but like the thing is, I know because like you say that, and like I think that would just like make me feel like, oh, like a half hour later, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I regret life for eating this. Because usually when I go there, I'm going there for a meal, right? And that's a heavy snack, and I don't want this to be my meal.
Yourself, though, we were talking about this the other day, or I was talking about this with Beth. I think like Yeah, it was with Beth because at the Christmas party, sometimes you want to just snack on some of the things, and when you're solo, it's like you eat one whole thing and then you're full and you
And then
can't
you're
try all
done.
the other things. That's how I feel about the poutine. You would need like a few people with you so you can just
Yeah,
like taste it a little bit.
I agree with you on that.
That's
Yeah,
why it's hard when you're by yourself to like go all in on that because that is like a meal then. And
Yeah,
then you're
because
like,
it is.
oh,
it's not
my dinner
small.
was poutine, fries and gravy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I've never done it. Like every time I walk by there, though, I'm like, God, that looks so good. Like I
I did.
need poutine.
I did a one with I think butter chicken or some sort of
It's
yeah, it was some sort of
ridiculous. I know.
it was some sort of Indian inspired dish. It was really good too, not gonna lie. I really liked it. But
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time again because it is like a meal and if I'm eating there by myself, I don't, I eat a couple fries and I'm done, like I'm like, "Oh, that was really filling." So,
Because I mean, we
yeah.
always talk about the same places over and over, and like nobody ever mentions the poutine stand, and it's one of
Mm,
those places that I'm tempted by every single time. Because I mean, like you're walking towards World of Disney, and right there on
yeah.
your left, or whichever way you're coming from, and I'm like, "Ah, I should get a poutine," but I'm like, I just ate, or I'm getting ready to eat, and if I eat that, dude, I'm
Oh,
done.
yeah, you're not gonna
Like
yeah.
just roll me out of here. There's no ways. But I mean, everybody, you guys have both been there, and I mean, we've only heard good things, so.
That's good.
I just don't know how to work it in though. It's really hard.
I get that.
Sometime I think it is
Problem is I just
when I'm
have so
with
many
people.
go-to favorites and
That's it.
I
I
need to really
agree.
add more variety to my Disney Springs visits.
I agree.
That
Yeah.
is. That's
Like
kind of the
Pig
problem.
and Homecoming. I mean Boathouse.
Right.
That's where all I go
Boathouse,
to.
yeah.
That's kind of like a big philosophical thing with like Disney trips, right? Because you have to balance like, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited that I get to go back to Olivia's or I get to go back to because great memories. But when you do that, you get X amount of snacks, meals per trip. But that means you don't open up slots for new experiences, which could be your new favorite, and
Yep.
sometimes you can't
True.
get into your old favorites and that gives you an opportunity. You don't know it at the time for maybe a new favorite to pop in. So
Mhm.
all right, so let's talk. Ricky, give us another place just around Disney because we're just kind of bouncing ideas. Maybe some of the stuff we don't talk about all the time.
So there's a place that let me go back. So in our trip in July, Brian and I spent an entire day basically at Disney Springs. We walked around the entirety of the whole place. We really wanted to soak up the atmosphere, everything. We got different snacks. We got, we did different shops that we never really used to do. It was honestly, it was we still talk about it. It was one of the more fun days that we've had in a long time just because we haven't really explored Disney Springs like that. Because again, like you said, you're going to grab a quick bite, or maybe you're hop into the world of Disney or whatever. And of course, we all know the world of Disney is the mecca of Disney stores. I mean, that's the one that is the biggest. It has everything. If you're looking for something, more than likely it's going to be at World of Disney. But I will say that one of the places that we found is a place that I mean, I never would have thought to go in here. I mean, I've gone in here before, but not like really to explore. But it was actually Brian that sort of took charge on this one and really kind of made us stop and explore. And we came home with something. And it's the Spice and Tea Exchange. And it's a place again. I'm not a tea drinker really, so like that's one of the reasons why we haven't really spent a lot of time there. But it's the spices that actually kind of drew both of us in. And so they have, I mean, thousands, it feels like, of different spices that can go on so many different things, tons of different teas as well. And so you can kind of smell the different spices and things like that to find the different ones that you might like. We actually found a spice that is like a truffle honey salt, and oh my gosh, it is so good. We were talking to them at the store, like, what would this be good on? What dishes should we use with this? They really talked up the popcorn a lot with that one. But actually, one of the things that we've had it with is I've bought those, French fries, the Ore-Ida, really thin cut fries, and I've actually sprinkled the truffle salt on that, and oh my gosh, it is so
That
phenomenal.
sounds
And
good.
we eat it all the time now because it was that good, and it just takes a little bit, of spice to really flavor things up. So we don't have to go all the time, but we will definitely be back to the spice and tea store because seriously, like there are so many great, and there are savory flavors, there are sweet flavors. They had like a cocoa looking one. as well. And I'm not sure what I would put it on, but I was very intrigued by it. So if anybody has any ideas of what to do with like a sweeter, a spice like that, please let me know. Cause I like asked too. I'm like, what would you put this on? So a lot of it was popcorn, was a lot of the things that they were talking about putting it on. But yeah, I really like the store. Never thought in a million years that I would stop and spend as much time as I did. But if you've never been, just go in. You'd be very surprised. I promise.
What section is that in?
It's in the marketplace.
It's right by Rainforest.
It's kind of by Rainforest. It's kind of near Marketplace Co-op.
Okay, over there by kind of by the Christmas
right
store-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, over in that area.
All right, Scotty, did you give us a place that we don't think about often, like we don't talk about all the time over at the Springs? It's kind of hidden gem.
Yeah, I don't think we talk about this place often. So food is like a common thing that you talk about at Disney Springs. And you talk about sweets a lot too, right? So many sweet options. You got the Gideon's cookie. Always get the cake there though. Cookie's good too, but always get the cake. Sprinkles, like now you got that cookie thing at the
Yep, at the summer house.
Thank you, Ricky.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Lake.
But a place I think people kind of forget about, was kind of hot when it first opened, is Amorette's.
You are absolutely correct. Yes.
And
that was another
really
one of mine.
And I love Amorette's, and it's fun. Like you can go in there and they just have these beautiful looking cakes. It's almost like to the point where you don't even want to like put your fork through it, because like it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. I don't want to damage the cake, but it's meant to be eaten. Don't worry, it's okay. Make sure you get your nice Instagram photos of your Mickey Mouse cake first. But and they have like smaller sized ones too. They have bigger ones. They have a decorating experience as well that I've always wanted to do. Whenever you go, like
I know, I want to do it too. Yeah.
Yeah, when you go on Disney's website, you can kind of search for like tours or anything or whatever. Like that's one that always pops up. I'm like, that could be kind of interesting, like a decorating experience at Disney Springs. It just sounds fun. They also have some bubbles, so like we've gone in there and had like a nice bottle of champagne, and like have our little dessert. It's cute. And I think it gets forgotten about a lot.
I agree with you.
All these other dessert places that popped in.
It's so good. I 100% agree with you. The cakes they're beautiful, and you're right. You don't want to like stick a fork in it. But
I do right now. I'm starving. I would tear it
I know. But the thing is they're not as, there are some bigger cakes that are a little more expensive, of course, but they do have some smaller options that are not as bad as you'd think they'd be. So I've been there quite a few times. I've gotten like some cakes there and other treats as well. They have the last time we were there, because like I said, we went in July and spent a good chunk of time. One of the things that I wanted to get is a cookie dough croissant, and it's really good too. So if you're there for like breakfast time and you want just a quick little something to nosh on, I would absolutely consider heading to Amorette's for that cookie dough croissant. It was really good.
Yeah, it's still there on the menu, and then they have macarons too, and like it's just some good stuff, and like coffees too. So I just think it's cute. Like if this was like in my hometown, like this is where I would go like on Saturday mornings.
Absolutely.
And find a cute little table outside, and like it's so cute, but like, and it's located like in a weird corner. That's another thing too. Like
by World of Disney. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, isn't like there's a restroom I think right by there too.
Yes,
maybe.
there is. Yes, there is.
You see so many people go to the restroom and they just like kind of look in the windows and then they just move on. Like next time in an area, stop by Amorette's. Well, I think you'll really enjoy it.
It's also not one of the places that like it doesn't advertise itself well, because you did mention it's kind of closed off and you can't really see inside it very well to see kind of what the shop offers. They have a sign out front when they have their special thing for whatever treat for the month or whatever. But if you're not really paying attention and you don't know what Amorette's is, it's actually probably a place a lot of people just completely pass by and have no idea what it is. So I agree with you. They did kind of a disservice to that restaurant by making it kind of so closed off. Yeah,
they could market that a lot better with the classes, with the sweets, with the. It's almost like it's a confectionery of Main Street of Disney Springs. It could be. I mean, it's not that level. It's high end, but I mean, Scott's right. He nailed because it could be. There's so many, but it's also very small. Like they probably don't want to get it too big.
Tiny.
I mean,
it's hard to get a table. They have a couple like outside tables, like on the side. I remember being there with Phil and Teresa, having some champagne, which was really nice. But but it's great to like take home for like a celebration later in the
Mhm.
trip. Like you got someone that has a birthday, go buy that fun Mickey cake and like have it for dinner, or like have it with your dinner like another
Yeah,
night or something.
absolutely. Yeah.
Just have it
Or
in the
take it
room.
back to your hotel and have a
Exactly.
snack and sit there and enjoy well
Take
at
it to the Pop
Saratoga.
Century pool.
I was gonna say we
Oh,
did it at
that's when
Saratoga
you're
Springs.
balling. Are you walking with Amarettes to Pop Century? Like this person is
Sorry, I hate
fancy.
interrupting. I just
No.
had to on that one.
No, that's okay.
I got
Yeah,
excited.
Saratoga Springs, and we like seriously were sitting there on the couch watching Freaky Friday and just eating our
Oh,
cake.
good
It was
stuff.
amazing. It was so perfect.
I will say one final tip on Amarettes though. Like if you go late at night, they do run out of stuff because it's like a
Yeah.
bakery. Like I mean, I think they make so much, and then that's it for the day. So
I
you
think
know,
you're
you
right.
you might like say, oh man, I want to get like one of those mini Mickey, like small. Not many, like a Mickey, like
You're
little
right, though.
shape, smaller, like Mickey kind of cake. And you know, if you go in at like 8 o'clock at night, they might be sold out for the day because I think they only make X amount of them each day.
'Cause there was a
and
time where they were
it's a
doing
bakery.
specialty things like crazy, right? Like when like a new Star Wars movie came out, like, oh, we're gonna have these Yoda cakes or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yes.
But while supplies last, because they'll only make like 20 or
Yeah.
50 of them or whatever, and then boom, they're gone.
So I mean that's good because they're gonna be fresh, but I think
Yeah.
if there's not gonna be an unlimited amount, like you're gonna get caramel apples or something on Main Street. So that's a good call. It's a great call. Real quick, Kim. By the way, we're gonna get Kim. I haven't even like nailed this down yet with Kim, but we are. I'm telling you, we're getting her on the show ASAP because the joy she was bringing to the clubhouse, the Discord with her first trip to Disneyland, it was palpable. I mean, you could just feel her joy of being at Disneyland, and I got to get that on a show like ASAP. So, Kim, be ready. We got to talk. But she's commuting right now. She's making her way back across the country as we're recording. She's in Houston right now, but she's throwing out EAT. You mentioned EAT.
Eat.
EET is how you spell
We
the
have not.
Indian
We
restaurant.
haven't eaten there.
I haven't either. Have you, Scott? Have
I
you gone
want to,
eat?
really
I
bad.
want
Me too. I've never been there yet,
I
but
want to,
everybody raves
too.
about it. So I was going to throw that in for a
Brian and I
honorable
walked
mention.
past it again in that July trip, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, we have got to try Eat. It smells amazing." Kind of like you said when you walked past, a Polite Pig.
Like
It was
pig, yeah.
the same thing. And we walked past Eat, and we could smell just how amazing the food smelled, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we've got to try this place sometime." Yeah.
Somebody's onto something. Like okay, because when you come in there, it's right past the if you're coming from the Disney Springs hotels,
by
like
the
they're locking
buses.
you down. Exactly.
Yep, that's why we smelled it. We were walking to the buses, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we got to go here. We got to go here."
All right. Oh, and they had a BOGP meetup there. I forgot about that just a few months back. Yes, Kim put that together for us. Yes, and Kim, so we got to lock you down to get a show. I know you're taking all those pictures when you get back because you got to pay for your trip, but we got it. 45 minutes. We'll make it. We got to make it happen. Okay, so I want to talk to you about this store. Now we're going to get away from the food here for a second because this store, I feel like it underperforms, and I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't, but I never hear anything about it. And okay, how do you feel about the Disney style store on the west side, right there on that corner by kind of the live? There's like usually like live performances going on in that little plaza, kind of by the big balloon, the characters in flight. What do we think about that store? Like, is it underperforming? Is it doing? I mean, I think when it came online, it was more of like the store for the uber Disney fan or for the Disney lifestyle or whatever. Like, where do we think it stands today? I just want to have a conversation about that store in 2025.
I think that there are better stores. I think there are stores that have better shopping options as a female. I find I go in there almost every trip just to kind of see what they have, but nothing really ever speaks to me when I'm shopping. And I'm like, it's okay. It's kind of a lot of funky stuff, I feel like sometimes. So, and I'm not like a funky stuff kind of outfit wearer. So I don't tend to buy a lot in that shop, but I mean, it does have its appeal, and I get that. And of course, it has the teacup where you can get your
I
photo
do
op
like
there.
the teacup prop. But
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe is it for the younger like Disney lifestyle or crowd? Like maybe like a notch below us. Scott, you're nodding your head no. What do you think?
I think they put a. You're talking about Disney style, right?
Disney
I think that's the
style,
store
yeah.
you're talking
That's
about, right?
right.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering like
They
where
have,
it falls.
I've seen
right?
retro stuff in there.
Yeah.
yeah.
My biggest I should have bought that happened at that store. We always
Oh,
talk about you see something,
buy it.
you should just buy it. And there's one trip several years ago, I did not buy something. and it was a Fantasyland shirt. I love Fantasyland. It was Pinocchio on it, and I love Pinocchio. I think it was more like for Disneyland's Fantasyland when they did the refurbishment, and it said 1983 on it.
Yep.
Which is the year I was born.
Yep.
Ricky too, born the same year. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so awesome. It's a Disneyland Fantasyland shirt. Pinocchio's on it. It's like, it had like this blue, like retro kind of like look to it. I'm like, man, I can't wait to come back later this trip. I think we're staying at Saratoga or something. Like, we'll be back later this trip. Got to go to Boathouse or whatever. I'm gonna go buy that shirt. And it was gone when I went back.
That's
Fantasyland 1983. It was the perfect shirt for me. So that to me felt retro, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like that like targeted me a little bit. But I just think it targets everybody, honestly. You got some retro. I think Emily bought this cool, well, you saw it in other stores too, but like her tiki bird, like rain jacket she bought there once. I love what they're doing in there, honestly. I think it's a pretty cool store. Liz, on the other hand, does not like it because I think what you were saying, kind of Ricky, she can not find things that fit weird and stuff.
Yeah,
in there. Doesn't work for her.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think there are other shops that are better at Disney Springs for that.
Well, there's also a store that's kind of comparable, like in the is it next to the co-op? That there's that women's store that's next to the co-op. Trendy. Yes,
that's the one I was thinking of. Yep. I like that shop a little bit more. I feel like I can find more in that shop. I actually bought recently. I bought a pink Minnie Mouse sweater that I absolutely adore, and it's so warm and cozy. And they have some dresses in there. I feel like there's a little bit more in trendy than there is in the other one, but that's just me. It's just, I think for my style, trendy fits more for me, and for other people, I think the other store, the Disney styles, fits more for them. So
and Vern points out
on that one.
And Vern's tuned in over on YouTube. Appreciate it. She says like the Disney style has a lot of the stuff that trends on TikTok, which is exactly what I think the point of that store is to have the stuff that's going to connect with social media folks, and just the kind of the latest hip Disney lifestyle trends and clothing, which I think that's the point of that store. And if they're doing that's what they're doing. I just wondering, like, is it doing, because I mean, what did that open, like 2016, 17? I mean, it's 10 years old.
That's been open for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
I don't remember when it opened,
still,
but yeah, it's been open for a while.
Doing what it's supposed to. Oh,
yes, that shirt.
Dude, that shirt is cool. I love retro stuff like that. You should have got that shirt, dude. Is it on eBay?
No. It looks like it is for $18, so maybe.
Oh, there you go.
It's very cheap.
I don't know.
That thing wasn't 18.
Small,
that thing wasn't $18 when it was a Disney style. I can tell you that much.
I know, right? It's probably not my size though.
I'd buy that thing and put it in a shadow.
I don't know if that would fit me, but
that thing was cool though. You messed up by not getting that shirt. I love ringer tees like that. That is awesome. All right, so Ricky, give us something else at around Disney Spring.
So another one of the shops that Brian and I kind of enjoyed a little bit, and it's a little unique. We didn't buy anything here, but if you're going for like something a little authentic, I would say you might decide to go in here. And it's actually the Shop for Ireland, which is connected to Raglan Road. So I'm telling you, they have just the most eclectic merchandise in the shop
this
that
is
you will
something
ever see.
Okay, this is so a place Brian would go. Like,
absolutely,
like 6 people have been in this store that are not from Ireland in the past in 2025, and one of them is Brian. Okay, go ahead.
You are well, I'm the other one, so that's true. But you are 100% correct. This store is, I mean, it's not on anybody's radar, but that's why I'm mentioning it, because it needs to be on your radar. If you're looking
I thought it was a fake storefront for real. I thought it was just like, like the fake stores. Like I thought it was.
No, we were killing time before our reservation at Raglan Road, and we're like, let's just go in here. And I'm telling you, they have some of the most unique merchandise you will ever find, and it's all Irish. It's all very heavily Irish. I think for Halloween, I saw some merchandise that was like Halloween Irish themed, which was also very interesting. But so I'm sure they have Christmas stuff coming out here too. But it is just one of those shops that you're like, I didn't know I needed this, and now it's coming home with me. So that's kind of again, it's a unique shop that you would not think would be at Disney, and here we are. We're talking about it.
That in the stand that sells the little the wind catchers.
I also have one of those. Brian bought me one of those for my birthday one year. It's on my back porch. Yes, it is.
The little aluminum looking spinny thingies.
I see it every day when I sit on my couch, and I see it just spinning in the wind. Yeah,
I love Disney Springs. It's such a collection of randomness, but
it
that's
is.
why it's awesome. All right,
It
Scott, give us
is.
another one. Oh, yeah, I think you would agree with Rob real quick. Over on YouTube, the Tommy Bahama store at Disney Springs says usually has some great Disney exclusive collabs.
Big
Like,
fan of that for
yep.
sure.
Go
That's a
ahead, Scott.
great one. Columbia does that too sometimes. The Columbia
Yeah,
store there has some like Disney stuff.
they do.
So I'm kind of switching gears here. Sorry, Mike. So we're talking about like cool hidden gems, things we've done. I want to have a discussion about
I
something
love this.
that's not even open.
Oh,
So back in
oh,
February, Disney
okay.
announced Level 99 was coming to Disney Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And I really haven't heard anyone talk about that in a while. And I was really intrigued about that back in February. It was going to take over the NBA experience slot. Like you got that social gaming experience, like weird stuff, like you see like axe throwing and weird things like that, like in these like kind of establishments. And then they got the 2-story bar, which really intrigues me with the handcrafted cocktail. So curious what you all think. Like, is Level 99 something that you're gonna do when you go to Disney Springs once it opens?
I personally feel like I would, obviously for research purposes, would go see it once. I didn't end up getting into the NBA experience because that closed before I was able to even get there. But I feel like it has more appeal than the NBA experience does. So I feel like it's a little bit better in that regard. It does feel a very Disney Quest esque. So it feels like it's the next generation of what Disney Quest was trying to be, except for this time Disney doesn't have to pay for upkeep. So they're just paying somebody, somebody else is paying to be in the space and they'll pay for upkeep. So I feel like it's a win-win for Disney. I do think that it will be another place for families, hopefully, to get to go and experience and have fun. And it would be something else for them to do on their vacation. We're always looking for the free spot to go of Disney Springs and something fun to do on vacations. A lot of people don't want to burn a ticket or whatever, so this might be an option for them. So I think there's going to be much more appeal for Level 99. It'll just be how well they do in the execution of it and how family friendly it is.
I don't
How
think it will be family friendly.
I'm wondering about that as
When
well.
you said
Yes.
that, I
Yes.
think it's more for like adults
Adults.
playing
Yeah.
like that's how the places around here are that are like these social gaming things that are kind of
Yeah.
popular now. It's more for the adults doing the bowling game where you throw the football at the bowling
Yep.
pins. Like
Yep.
those are these type of games I'm expecting, and that's not for kids. So that's why I
I
think it
know. I
might be
get it.
another swing and miss. I like it,
I
but I
like
don't
it too.
know. Maybe it's a more for like the locals, right, to go
Oh,
there. I'm curious what you think, Mike,
possibly.
about it.
Well,
Yeah.
and here's what I think too. Personally, I love this idea, and here's why. For think of our podcast group when we want to have meetups at Walt Disney World. Like we're all meeting from different places around the country, around the world. Like we all meet at Walt Disney World a few times a year. Like hey, Trisha, schedule these for us. Like a lot of times it's at Splitsville because it's a struggle for us to find a social place where we can
Hmm.
all get together and have a good time and hang socially, have a drink and have an activity that's it's hard to get when you're sitting around having a meal, that's fine, but it's kind of more fun, like Scott said, to maybe have a place where you could all throw darts or bowl a couple games. That's why Splitsville works, because you could either bowl or not, but we can all hang out and eat some wings or something like that. But I like this idea of you can hang out in a place and like that, you could play pickleball, or you could, or not, or it's these social games that are easy to play. Just toss, cornhole. Yeah, that's
They're
not
fun
hard.
too.
Yeah, they're
It takes
fun.
no like talent
Yeah,
to
it
do
doesn't.
it.
It's just a bar
You just
game.
laugh and have a great time with your
Yeah.
friends, right?
Yeah, I like that. And it's everybody can play, and kill a couple hours. It's good to do on a rainy day or a day where the weather is looking sketch or it's a little cool. But it's a great way to get groups together, and I think, everybody,
Yeah.
you don't have to drink. You can, you get some apps, and it's just a fun way to get people
Perfect. It's
together.
gonna be like that bar food, I'm sure, right? Which is fine, right? Have some chicken wings and some fries and a
Mhm.
cold beer or
Yeah.
Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke at
Yeah,
Disney.
absolutely.
But
Coke
I think
Zero.
it's great. I just worry about the family thing, right? Because I just feel like a lot of this like is geared
I get
towards
that.
older
Millennials.
families.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I hope Disney can make Level 99 be like a family thing, right? And
And I wonder if it'll be like a up until 8 o'clock type
oh
situation.
yeah,
Families can come in
Now, see, that'd be a
after
good
eight.
compromise. That'd be a good
After eight
compromise.
o'clock, no,
like Trader
21 and up
Sam's.
or whatever. Yeah, something like that. That might be what they
Yeah.
do.
So
Yep.
I think I don't know if it'll be a hidden gem or not. Like that's why I kind of want to bring this up because we're talking about like these things you should go check out. Like I think it's gonna I just don't know if it's going to be successful or not. It is based on like what dynamic are they going for? Are they going like all adults only, or hopefully not? Because like Disney is a great place for families, and like you said it great, Mike. I love the idea of these meetups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like not everyone has a park ticket, but you can just go to Disney Springs. Like sure, you're gonna have to pay to like do these games at level 99. Same thing with Splitsville. You're gonna spend some money still when you go to Disney Springs, but you don't have to have that theme park ticket. And you can just hang out. Like I love it, and I hope it happens because like I have not heard anyone talk about this in months. It seems
I think I saw recently on social media that they at least now have a sign, like a digital sign up on there. So they are
Progress.
advertising it. Yeah, there's progress there. So
it's in a great spot too, because you have a lot of these, like, you know, I mean, I could just speak from personal experience, like the cheerleaders that go to, and there's like, I mean, during, you know, May when Summit's happening or Worlds, and I mean, all those Disney Springs hotels are full of cheerleader families, and like the cheer parents would tear that place up. Like they want to go throw axes and, you know, and
a Run Disney race weekend.
Right.
Could you just imagine runners going there and just hanging out?
Yeah.
I just did dopey. Now I'm going to like go to a rage room and go crazy.
Right. I mean, because there's so many social events, you know, all these conventions that are happening at Coronado Springs, Yacht Club, Beach Club, you know, and like, let's go.
Great convention spot.
Drink a couple beers and, you know, throw an axe.
There hasn't been like a Disney like escape room yet. Like at Disney Springs or something. You know?
Well, there's one at Universal.
Well,
is there?
Plus, and they also have that spot over next to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique that was that virtual reality thing.
They did.
Remember that? That was a Star Wars for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I swear.
Sorry, I got us off the little bit, but I was just thinking.
I just wanted
kind of intrigues me. I'm curious.
You know, I just wanted to talk about Disney Springs and like potential and things that we don't go to all the time. Because whenever we talk about Disney Springs, we're always talking about, you know, Boathouse. We're always talking about, you know, the World of Disney and the big ones. You're going to probably end up at Disney Springs in the next year. Maybe this will open your eyes to thinking about some things that you don't go to. And that's kind of always the goal of our podcast, kind of make you think outside the box. On that though, real quick, because we're almost out of time, this would be a good point to wrap. But on that virtual reality thing that used to be next to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique over in the marketplace, that spot, I mean, you remember that, right? It was, what was that called? It was, it had like what was it? Like a number name.
They had one here in Atlanta.
It closed at COVID. And it was kind of like based on that. They used it for that movie that was, what was that movie that was based kind of like retro movie, super popular there for a minute, where you walked on a basically like this really fancy treadmill. It was based on a book. What was that? All my podcasts, all my Rogue something.
Hold on. It was called The Void.
The Void.
The Void. That's right. Because it was a franchise. Yep, it was a franchise. They were all over the country.
Yeah, there was one here in Atlanta.
Yeah, and but it did.
No, it was The Void, and then they had different VR experiences in it.
Right, and it was Star Wars at Disney Springs.
It was Star Wars at Disney Springs, yeah.
But I wonder, like, and I know it's like terrible timing for something like that, right? For like you're putting on the suit and sweating in it and got the helmet on, VR helmet. But I mean, maybe the technology wasn't great. I don't know, but like it just seemed like that. But here's the thing: what I was gonna say, that spot next to. Because remember that spot where the NBA experience was? It's right next to CityWorks, is it not?
Yes.
I was checking in. I was meeting Pam and Steve for dinner one night at CityWorks. And I walked up and I told the hostess, I said, I'm here and I'm meeting some friends for dinner inside. And I don't know if they're here or not, but I was like telling them at the hostess stand outside CityWorks. They thought I was going to like some top secret thing inside of where the NBA experience used to be. And it was a VR experience just like The Void. And it was taking place in the old, they're like, are you here for that? I'm like, I said no. And I should have said yes. Because it was a VR thing that was going on inside that empty space where the NBA experience used to be. Like, are you here for the VR thing? I'm like, no, I'm here for dinner. I was like,
I'm here for some chicken tenders.
It's one of those things like in your life, you're like, dude, I just said the wrong thing. But I mean, it was a good dinner, and I was glad to see Pam and
shouldn't
Steve.
lie either.
I know. I would have totally. I couldn't have pulled it off. I'm too honest. But yeah, it was a great meal with Steve and Pam, and we went and had salt and straw afterwards. It was great. But yeah, I was just like, ooh, I could have got in there. What are they doing? It's top secret. So I was thinking, and then I kept thinking, like, dude, they're going to bring it back, right? That's a great spot to test things. They're going to put it back in that void hole, but nothing ever happened. So,
nope.
Would that work though? I mean, could they? I mean, is it still going in? Is it still good in like? I mean, Atlanta is it
No,
out of business?
it closed.
It's closed too?
It closed everywhere.
It's
Yeah,
closed
it closed
everywhere. Okay.
hmm Yeah.
Could they bring back Disney Quest? Would that work today? I love
No.
that thing. I love Disney Quest.
They would need to do some massive. Again, with the way technology changes so much, the upkeep on that would be ridiculously difficult. I feel like.
That was a cool thing.
So.
But maybe this, what's it called, Scott? That the place level
Level
99.
99.
Maybe level 99 is Disney Quest for adults. You think?
It probably is.
I mean, it's Disney Quest with beers and more physical gaming, social games.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what it
I
is.
like the
Probably is.
social games.
Yeah, that's fun. This fun show, just kind of talking about, because we could explore. There's so many places. Like when you talked about Amorette's, what I was kind of thinking of, like parallel experience ganachery.
Yes, I know. I almost went with the ganache.
Does anybody
instead. I
go
was
there?
like,
I'm always curious about it.
the
Like
chocolates are so cute.
Exactly.
They advertise that one really good on the Resort TV.
Resort
too,
TV.
though.
They do.
I wonder if like it really got a big bump. I've always wondered that kind of stuff. Like, does it get a huge bump because like you get that interview from the person who's like,
I love that lady they do the interview with.
Exactly.
I love it when she puts the chocolates in the box. I'm like, oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, my
Every
job is
time.
I get to make chocolates every day. Like, dude, you have the best
Yes,
job.
that's
in
exactly
the
what
world.
she says. I have the funnest job.
Like my
Oh,
job would
man.
be eating the chocolate all day. If I had your job, I could not do that. I'd be like, sample for me, sample for Mickey. Every day.
I can't wait till they interview Phil, like talking about him like on the boat.
Yes,
like in one of those
exactly.
videos.
Phil wouldn't talk on that. He'd just be.
Yeah.
he'd
I
just be
want
cool as a cucumber.
one of our friends, like maybe Kim will be on
Kim,
like a photo
yes.
pass thing on the.
I
You
was-
and I were on there once, Mike, for an ESPN thing, like running the marathon.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, didn't turn out to much, but yeah, we were. That was cool.
But
yeah.
we were on there. Though.
We were. All right, we got to get out of here because Scott's he's got to get out of here. He's got to go on a
I
cruise.
got a flight to catch
He
people.
does. All right.
Yay!
Have fun, Scotty G. We'll be
Thank you.
following. All right.
Oh yeah, I'll be sharing like crazy at Epscot.
Yes, Epscott on the social media. Follow him on all the socials. Epscott Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RAKKI, and IBS, of course. Must See Adventures, where you got to go on YouTube for Scott. Disney World After All for Ricky, and The Mouse for Less as well. You can also, we got a YouTube channel for the podcast too. It's Be Our Guest Podcast on YouTube.
Go check it out.
Yeah, go subscribe there too. It's fun. I mean, you get to see all the pre-show and post-show stuff and between-show stuff because we never stop recording. It's just easier. Also, don't forget the show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, even Adventures by Disney. Check that out this weekend over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link as you do the holiday shopping because you know the deals are going to be out there starting now. So just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. We appreciate that so much. And you can become a patron this weekend. $5 a month, all it costs. You get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Thanks to everybody who does that. If you haven't, please consider doing that this month. We'd appreciate it. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast for that one. Let's see. We have our Discord server. That's at beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. You can join us for all the fun chat and talk. We have all the information for the shows, all the great conversations, mostly all the friendships and the great community over there. Your invitation's waiting. Again, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse coming over this weekend. And join me this Sunday night while Scotty G is living his best life. I'll be taking your calls Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Yes, I will be on Instagram and Twitch. So those 5 places. Give me a call. Let's talk some Disney. And we can talk about your favorite hidden gems at Disney Springs. Let's do that. Let's keep the show going on Sunday night. All right, time to jump out of here and let you get on with your weekend. Hope it's a great one, and we'll keep those shows rolling for you. So for Ricky and Scott, I'm Mike. Wishing you a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.